Is there a heat wave today? It actually feels kind of normal to me, nothing crazy or anything like that. But I guess what was going on today, this was kind of crazy, I guess, for some people. Imagine just going outside, seeing like a helicopter, which I guess is nothing too out of the ordinary. But what if it's actually carrying a full-size vehicle? Yeah, imagine that. Like it says here, vehicle hanging from helicopter over Vancouver, part of commercial shoot. People were not imagining things when they saw a vehicle suspending from a helicopter over Vancouver's English Bay Tuesday morning. From the looks of it, it seems like it was flying over the water. I'm assuming that's mostly for things like safety issues and all that, although it makes you think too, because some people here, they were complaining, it says it's kind of weird and they're very, very loud. As well as says the helicopter, which is bright yellow, was equipped with a camera to shoot the video. It's unclear what exactly that footage will be used for. Well, they say it's for a commercial, so it's probably advertising the product. Maybe they're too lazy to make a flying car and this is their way to, I guess, fake it. But yeah, this flying over, I guess the area is okay in that sense. I guess in terms of something flying with a camera, you have something like a drone that would generate even more, I guess, craziness usually, right? Although there is no mention of an actual drone flying around to capture the footage and stuff like that, I would imagine that would have been cool if they actually did that. But I guess with that thought about drones and stuff like that, was kind of interesting reading this one. It says, power line inspection by drones shows why drones aren't everywhere yet. When electric drones came on the scene, they seemed to be one of those technologies that were going to change everything because they're so cool. But reality isn't science fiction. Quadcopter air taxis and drone pizza delivery remain far off. The main impact I've seen are aerial photos like the ones that appear on the Monitor's front page Monday. There are two reasons for this. One is energy density. The millions of years of organic matter compressed into a pound of gasoline or aviation fuel contains 20 to 30 times as much potential energy as exists in a pound of lithium batteries. So things like flight time, stuff like that, they're saying. So while there are a lot about things like the technical stuff, it says here, the more important reason is regulation. Flying things can do a lot of damage, so they have to follow the rules that can constrain use. Both limitations are reflected in a pilot project that Eversource New Hampshire is running this summer, using a 6-rotor drone to inspect a transmission line between Franklin and Bristol. Such inspections are usually done by helicopter, but that's expensive. Doing it by drone is cheaper and could be more flexible, but the Federal Aviation Administration requires them to stay in the view of the operator, which negates the whole premise. At this point, utilities use them sparingly for tasks such as specific post-storm damage surveys. Now you would probably say just get a waiver or something like that, right? But they're saying there's huge limitations. It says the waiver, however, is quite limited. While the drone can fly beyond the sight of the person at the controls, but not beyond the rest of the team. Meaning people must be spaced out along the right of way, ready to take over if something goes wrong. There's always going to be somebody with their eyes on the drone at all times. Yeah, so I guess the logic there is kind of like, if I'm flying beyond visual line of sight or something like that and there's like a visual observer, that guy still has to be able to see it non-stop. So if you're flying, I don't know, 2-kilometer stretch, they're implying you'll need that many people within a 2-kilometer stretch to actually fly this thing or whatever. Of course, they mentioned there's more restrictions with things like the height, and there comes things like the frustration. And it says here, quote, the FAA is big on the crawl, walk, run approach. This is our crawl. If all goes well and the FAA's fears prove ungrounded, Eversource will petition to expand the program. It plans to do more and more useful drone inspections in the future. I think that's a common issue everywhere in the world, where it seems like regulators are just way out of touch and they treat the thing like it's a huge manned aircraft, like a huge helicopter, when in reality it isn't. It's one thing to be flying things like a Predator drone, it's another thing just be flying things, for example, like a consumer drone that just has like a camera to take video and footage for things like inspection. They could be flying something like maybe an octocopter or something like that, but still, again, it's not like a huge manned helicopter. Seems like the wildlife are hiding in the shade. How hot is it? Alright, see you guys later.